What is up, guys? My name is Gustavo from Gustavo's Finances, and welcome back. I do want to mention I have not been able to post videos because the camera I was using was borrowed, and I waited until Black Friday so I could get the best deal and the best quality camera that I could afford. And so I'm glad to be back, and I can't wait to see my personal growth in this channel along with the growth of the channel as well. Now today I do want to talk about transparency. I want to tell you guys what's in my portfolio, the stocks I'm invested in and why. I want to show you guys some mistakes I've made, some profits that I've made, and I also want to show you guys some tools that I use to find information about the stocks that I'm invested in. Now before I continue, I do want to mention I'm only involved in one sector, and I highly advise not to do that yourself. I do believe that being involved in one sector is bad. You should be spread out. You need to diversify yourself, because if one sector goes down, you have other sectors to balance it out, if that makes sense. Now the sector that I'm in is the cannabis industry, and man, there's so much going on in the cannabis industry right now. There's actually thousands and thousands of jobs coming from the cannabis industry. GDP is going up because of the cannabis industry, and there's a lot of health benefits. Like, I've actually researched and read that it's reversing the effects of Alzheimer's, which is amazing. There's literally no cure for Alzheimer's. It helps with depression, anxiety, and what else? Epilepsy. It stops people from having seizures, and I think that's awesome. Now the reason why I'm only involved in this one sector is because I do believe that I'm young and I'm able to take risks. I'm very passionate about high risk, high reward at such a young age, because I actually have time by my side. I'm able to recover from these damages. Let's say the marijuana industry completely goes down and it's gone forever. I do have time to recover from that, and I haven't even started my own career. I haven't started anything yet to really, hurt me in a way. And so I believe that the high risk, high reward at this young of an age is going to bring me such benefits and profits and all this income, honestly, from this industry. And I'm very excited to see what it's like in 5 years and where I'm at in 5 years. So the brokerage account I currently use is called TD Ameritrade. Now, my balance is currently $9,986. And these are my positions right now. I'm currently holding Aurora Cannabis, Aphria, and Liberty Health Sciences. I have 300 shares of Aurora. I have 300 shares of Aphria. And I have 5,550 shares of Liberty Health Science. Now, this is how much it originally cost me. So it cost me $4,800 to purchase 5,550 shares. It cost me almost $4,000 to purchase 300 shares of Aphria, and it cost me almost $2,600 to purchase 300 shares of Aurora. Now these weren't the only stocks I've held. I've actually held Tilray and MariMed, and I'll show you what those stocks are in just a second. But currently these stocks are valued at $1,716. So you can see I've actually lost 33% of this stock. I've lost 40% of this stock, and I'm actually up 22% in this stock. Now, the reason why I'm not too afraid and I don't care about these stocks being down is because I actually do my research, and I'm going to show you guys why I'm invested in these stocks in just a second. But I do want to highlight that I don't care the fact that these stocks are down by almost $1,700 or $800, because I know in the future, in 5 years, that these stocks are going to be worth way more than what I paid for it. These stocks are going to be way more than that. Now I'm going to go back to MariMed and Tilray. These two stocks are stocks that I've held before. My first original positions was actually Liberty Health Science, Aphria, MariMed, and then Tilray, before I even bought Aurora. And so I'm going to show you guys why I don't have MariMed or Tilray anymore. So I actually bought MariMed at around $2. I had like 700 shares of MariMed, and MariMed actually went all the way up to like $4, and so that's around a $1,400 profit, which is awesome. But it actually went up to like around $5, and I should have just held it out instead of just selling it, but I did regain some profit, so that's a good thing. But I do regret not holding it all the way until it hit $5. But like I said, you can't predict the market, it's very difficult, and so I was very fearful that the stock was just going to drop on me. And at this time I was, very new to investing. I didn't know much, and I was very excited to see this, and I just did not want it to see it crash, if that makes sense. Now Tilray, oh man, Tilray gives me a headache. So I originally purchased Tilray at around like 20 something dollars. I had around 100 shares, which equals like a market value of like $2,000 is what I purchased it at. And so Tilray was actually just, very stagnant for a little bit, and then out of nowhere it just started flying up. And I'm showing you right now what it looks like, but it started flying up, and I actually sold at around 70 something dollars. So if you do the math, 20 minus 70, that's $50. So I got $50 per every share, and I had 100 shares, so that's around a $5,000 profit. And I could have held it because Tilray went all the way up to $300, but there's really I didn't understand why it was going up so high. Like, there's really like no information backing it up, so I was very fearful. I was like, man, this is a fat bubble and it's gonna burst and it's gonna come crashing down. So I was like, $5,000, man, I'll take my profits. That's awesome. But I mean, the reason why I could have held it, I could have made almost $20,000 if I kept it. Like, that blows my mind, and I'm very disappointed in myself. But I was new to investing. I was fearful because of the tech bubbles and the Bitcoin bubble. Like, I knew how high the prices went, and then how fast it started to crash. And so I was very scared, and I was still learning. And so I'm glad I sold, because I learned from my mistakes, and now I can improve. And now with the stocks that I'm holding right now, I'm able to determine, hey, I'm not going to sell these, I'm going to hold them, and I'm going to hold them for a very long time. Now right now I'm going to explain to you why I'm invested in the stocks that I've invested. So that's Liberty, that's Aurora, and that's Aphria. So let's first talk about Liberty. So the whole management team is very experienced. They're very knowledgeable about the industry, and one of my favorite persons that's managing this company is George Soros. He's the CEO of Liberty Health Sciences, and he was actually, in the past, he was the CEO of Red Bull, and you know how successful and how big Red Bull is now, and he was part of that. He's the reason why Red Bull is where it's at right now, and he actually quoted that he's never been so excited about an industry or a business such as this one. One great thing about Liberty is that it has advantage over the biggest companies out there, the biggest capacity companies. And the biggest cannabis companies right now are like Cannabis Growth, Aphria, Aurora, and Tilray. Those are the biggest companies because of the capacity right now. And the thing about Liberty Health Sciences is it's actually a company within the United States. And these big companies don't have access to the United States because they've all been enlisted in the TSX, the Toronto Stock Exchange. They've been uplisted in the New York Stock Exchange. And so they're unable to actually come into the United States because of federal prohibition. Not to mention that the United States is by far the biggest market out there. It's bigger than Europe, it's bigger than Australia, it's bigger than Canada, and so all these big players want to be in the United States. And the fact that Liberty Health Science already has access and is already growing exponentially within the United States, that's such an advantage. That's really why I love Liberty Health Sciences. And another great thing about Liberty is that it's in completion of the 360 Innovation Campus. That's basically saying that it's growing its capacity in Florida, And Florida is literally has potential to be $1 billion market. I don't think you guys understand what $1 billion market means. Like one state only, one state is $1 billion market, and it's gonna have the biggest capacity within that state because of the 360 Innovation Campus. Liberty Health Sciences is taking over Florida, and I love it so much because $1 billion market, like I'm telling you guys, that's crazy. Like if it's gonna have all the space to grow as much weed as it wants in Florida and no other cannabis industry can compare to that, then that's crazy to me. Liberty Health Sciences currently has 7 dispensaries open, and it's working on doubling it as we speak. It's literally growing exponentially. Like it is growing, and it's growing fast. And Liberty Health Sciences, as I showed you before, is only like at $1 right now. So the reason why I love Liberty Health Sciences and why I have so many shares of it is because the way I think about it is for every dollar Liberty Health goes up in price, I have 5,550 shares right now. So for every dollar, I get $5,550. Like that is crazy. Like I'm working on trying to get 10,000 shares because I do believe the stock's going to be well over $10. And once I do achieve that, I'm going to have way over $100,000 because of this stock. And that's just awesome. Like Liberty turns me on. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I love the stock so much. Another thing I really love is the fact that, like I mentioned before, I'm involved in Aphria, and Aphria and Liberty Health Sciences are like brother and sister. So Aphria used to actually own most of Liberty Health Sciences, but it had to divest its shares because of the New York Stock Exchange and federal prohibition. And it says right here that it has 5 years to require ownership back of Liberty Health Sciences. And the way I'm seeing it is that federal prohibition should be lifted within the next 2 years for sure. Like that means Aphria is literally going to own Liberty Health Sciences again. They're going to be brother and sister. And like Aphria is the cheapest cannabis producer out there right now, which is amazing. If you're going to be the cheapest cannabis producer, that means you're going to be making the most profits. You're going to be growing way better than any other cannabis sector or any other cannabis company out there. Now the reason why I'm in Aphria is because, like I said before, it is the lowest cost producer in the industry. So Aphria is an international company, so it has opportunities in Australia, it has opportunities in Germany, and it's originally a Canadian company, so it has its opportunities in Canada as well. And the thing about Liberty Health Sciences and Aphria is that once federal prohibition does get lifted, Aphria is going to have access to everything in the United States because of Liberty Health Science, which is like, yes, like this is exactly what I want to happen. And I just know these companies are so good and they're better than any other company out there, and I just know it. Like I've done my research and I'm so passionate about these companies, which is why, like you saw, Aphria was down like $1,600. Like, and I don't even care because I know I'm gonna make way over like $5,000 because of Aphria. Like I'm just so excited. So Aphria actually has a potential Diageo deal, which is one of the world's largest alcoholic beverage producers. And the management team in Aphria has actually worked for Diageo, which is why I believe that they're actually going to be a partnership together. I completely believe that. And once they do, that's really going to boom the stock price of this stock right here. Also, it's in talks with Altria, which is the Marlboro company. If they have that deal too, like, oh my god, like that's more money coming onto my shares. Like, I love it. Another thing about Aphria is that it really cares about its medical patients, and like I said, the medical side of marijuana is probably the best part to be in, because the medical side of marijuana is not going to go away because of all the benefits and health benefits that it's bringing in already. Like, it's not going away. So the fact that this is what they're focusing on is awesome. Rio has like $314 million in cash right now. That means they could do anything with that money. They can invest in themselves, they can do it to grow, they can do whatever they want with that money. So they have cash they're sitting on. That means that they could take care of debt. Like, they actually have a lot of money. So this is where I go to find a whole bunch of information about the stocks that I want to be invested in. So like I mentioned before, I'm invested in Liberty Health Sciences. So this is where I usually go to find a whole bunch of information. Now I want you guys to take note that you can't always listen to what these people have to say, but you should take it into consideration, because there's a lot of bashers on here, and there's also a lot of people promoting the stock. And it's good to have, like, it's a very good resource because you have a whole bunch of people's opinions and what they have to say, and like, I just like to take it into consideration. Like, I already know that I'm invested in the stock for a reason, and I love it for a reason, and I'm not just gonna sell my shares because somebody said, oh, it's gonna crash, etc. So this is where I find a whole bunch of my information from, because you know, when I'm new to investing, I really didn't know where to go to find information about my stocks besides like press releases, and press releases aren't always there. So I'm glad I found this. Like, when I found this, I was very amazed and excited. Like, I actually found like a whole group or a community of people invested in my stock talking about it. And so like Afria, for example, you can go here, conversations, and it just starts talking about the good things, the bad things, what people have to say, and it's awesome. This is where I get a whole bunch of information from. So for example, let's say you're interested in Facebook. So you're going to go over here, and you don't know if you want to invest in it yet. So you're going to go over here, and like, you just read what people have to say. And like, you don't listen to them. Like, don't just listen to them. But a lot of people here do have very good information, and information you probably didn't know, and like, it'll actually help you figure out if this stock is what you want to be in or not. In conclusion to this video, I do want to mention some important notes. So like, the purpose of this is so I'm able to show you some transparency. So I could show you how I do things, why I do them, and why I'm invested in these companies. I want to show you guys my growth, my personal growth while investing. I want to show you guys my road to financial freedom, and I want to help you guys do that too. This is why I'm showing you guys this transparency video. Now, this transparency video is not for you to just copy me. Now, another reason why I'm showing you this transparency video is because I want to show you guys my mistakes, and I want to show you guys how and what I did to overcome them. And the whole purpose of this is because I never had a guide. I didn't have somebody over my shoulder. I want to be that person for you, because nobody's told me how to invest, nobody's taught me anything, and the purpose of this channel is for me to help you guys do that. Like, I want to be there. I want to be over your shoulder helping you invest. I don't have anybody. You guys learn from my mistakes so that you don't have to go through that. The purpose of this channel is so I can show you my journey to success. I really truly believe in following your passion, and I'm very passionate about this. I love everything that I'm doing, and I love the fact that I'm trying to help other people, and I love stocks, and I just love all of this, and I'm very passionate about it. And I truly believe everyone out there should follow their passions and not just do something because society says to, if that makes sense. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Comment down below if you have any questions, and like and subscribe. I want you guys to really realize that I'm doing this for you. I'm working my ass off just so you guys can have an easier road to success, or easier road to so that's why I'm here. I want to help you guys. I want you guys to really use me as a resource and as a tool to help you guys get started. And if you can reach out to me at any time. I'm gonna leave my email, my number, so that if you have any questions, you can contact me. Thank you very much, and see you guys next time.